Hello and good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm best. I'm really doing good. If you're joining us, ensure that at least you leave the comment on the chat. Leave a comment on the chat. It's going to be amazing for a good engagement. Yeah, still we'll be waiting for so many people at least to join this. We're still waiting for more people to join this. Yeah, so today is on, is it Friday? Yes, Friday, 27th. So I think this month is ending. You remember February has actually 28 days. Yeah, so I think now on Monday will be on March. Monday we are going to the next month. So if you have some goals that maybe you decided maybe let halt a little bit, then just know that your goal is the year is actually coming. We are actually ending to the middle of the year, so kama goals zako hazijakuwa achieved mpaka saa hii, ujue sasa wewe hiyo imeenda hivyo imeenda hivyo. So it's really good to be consistent in everything that we do. So it's good always to be consistent in everything that we do. If you're joining this and share kindly you like, I ensure that you like. Make sure that you like, and also if this is your first time, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notification bell. So we proceed on this. Still not yet to start, so that we can start and find a good entry points. So you need to find entries here. We need to find entries. Someone was asking me, how many accounts do I have? Actually, I have so many accounts. And I don't know. Someone is saying to, who is this? Constant Media is saying me to find your account. I find you. That means I give you my money. You trend, right? Sorry, I don't do that. But sometimes when I'm in good mood, I normally give out free account. I know I promised some people that I'm going to be giving them some accounts. I'm still going to be doing that. It's only that someone who ought to provide me with the account is not has been missing in action. The guy has been missing in action, so I'm still waiting for the account. So if you send me an email, I'll give you the instructions on where to get it started and what to do. So don't worry, I'm keeping still your email, so I'll make sure that you get sorted. Yeah, I'm a man of my wants. So even if it is going to take us next month, I'll make sure at the end of it you have your account, right? It's a beautiful day. Today on Friday, I have some accounts here, but yesterday was really very good because I was trading and I managed to take at least. You see this account that you see here. This is 62,000 Kenya shillings. This account was actually 30,000, and I managed to take it all the way to this top here. You see, I managed to take it to 30. I managed to take it to all the way to the top, which is 62,000. It's like I doubled this account, and it did very amazing. So this account here, I'm still waiting because I want anytime to close these trends here. I'll be closing them anytime. Anytime I'll be closing these trends that are running here, so that at least now we'll be in a good form. This is account. Also we have the same account that is running on the other side, which is also so I'm just going to show you this so that at least you get motivated. This is just to motivate you on where we are starting. So these are some of small accounts that I have, and this is actually to show you the level that we are all in. This is not the account. I have another one here. Where is it? I have another one here. So we are going to find a signal right away. But this is just to motivate you, and some of you I know have this kind of account, like account. So the one is 62,000. I think that one was like $500. Then we have another one here, which is around 100,000, which is $942. Is just running here. So this account has actually made quite a good amount of money. If you go to the history, you see that profit. Look at the profit here. Actually, you can just see everything here, because everything is right here. So you see 650. I don't know whether you can see that, but you can see on my side. Yeah, but it should just showing you here the profit this account has managed to make. So this is 650. So you can see it is actually flipping this account from here, because you can see the deposit was $1,000, and then we are really happy. A profit of 650, made a withdrawal of 634. So that's like flipping this account, right? That like flipping this account. So those are some of small account, and this is just to tell you that you can as well do it. If you have $1,000, you have $500, you can actually take that account twice. Like you can flip it, account. You can make some good amount of money with that account. So it's indeed very amazing. I've not traded gold because for a while, because the region I was waiting for these prices to come to is 50.94, and you can see right now the prices is really ranging, because you can see for many hours, I think from yesterday, the prices has actually been here between 51.30 and 52.14. This is absolutely a range. Comparing that, we are seeing traders, we need to see the market that is moving either straight up or the downtrend, because that is where we take more of an advantage. Carlos, welcome. Kastamende, yes, I have answered your question, so we'll sort that out to ensure that you get my number, and then we'll see what we can do, right? We'll sort that out. Worry not. I got you. So today on, I know so many people normally focus on USD. I don't do that. Yeah, anytime we analyzing the market, we because of what we trained. For me, I trained US stock indices, oil, that is WTI. I trained gold, of which now is really going to be influenced mostly by the dollar. So that is why normally we have to check on what is happening to the USD, which is very important in this case. So that is why now you can see today we have the PPI news. I was actually teaching some people on how to scale on this, how to use information, how to trend news, because the market normally even moves prior to the opening of this data. So it did very amazing. So on Monday will be on March 2nd. We'll still have some news that will be coming up. So we are finishing the month today, and those are kind of result I was just showing you here. What we have really done in this account, flipping all this good result, the ones that we have been trading from this same account here. The other account is not connected to either of this. I have software that I'm doing. I'm also trading on one of how do we call them, the platforms. So when I combine, I'm going to combine all the data and probably share tomorrow, or maybe at the end of the day, to show you the result of what we have been able to do, specifically trending live here. And it has actually been a very good month. So we are yet, things are really amazing. Now you can see, after waiting to see these prices, because we are talking about this area here where the price could actually move all the way to 50.96, this region that we have here, the market did not go all the way straight to this point. Actually, it tested 51.1. So it will only remaining with only that dollars for us to have a perfect entry at these zones that we have right here. So the market just decided to test it, and I think is because specifically of this is where the market just visited, but we have this. So this actually became a new demand zone that we got from this market. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove everything so that you can see market how it is, and we move to the daily time frame so that we can see, do we have an opportunity today, because we want to really finish this well, the month to end well. And in the last 24 hours you can see how the market is in the sessions that is making, specifically for today, market moving down to 51.66, moving to 450.98 is indeed crazy. So that's how the market has actually been ranging, and that means this market has actually been ranging here. The buyers and the sellers different, and we'll see even more that we move even to the details and see how the market is really performing on this. But checking on this market on highest end, like yeah, so let me place it to be 50. Yeah, just look at that, it is still up. Let me even move to a little bit of 25. Yeah, 25 you can see it is acting at the support in this case. But what I really want you to know is that this is a lagging indicator though, but it still shows as the how the market has actually been moving. And yeah, 25 can actually act as the support on these areas that you see. So look at that, this is amazing. So it just moves with the market most of the time. Look at this, these areas that you see here. So the last one was actually here, so it means the last one, which is these areas as you see here, and also we have this one. So the market is still moving up because we are on the top side of we are on the top side of the 25 EMA. So this is indeed incredible. That is what we are getting. So my point is very clear here now, that the market is moving on the trend, and we are moving up like this. We are moving up like this. And remember, the 50 MA was absolutely right here, which is the retracement of 5,100. So it means that the market is now more focused on moving up, and I don't think whether we are going to move below this again, because you can see where the resistance becomes support was actually tested, which is this region. This was really very important. So for those who missed this opportunity, I think there's a time we shared this signal here, which is very important. Actually, this region is very important. This area here of 50,100, and buy position that we took when this candle actually dropped. So this was a perfect entry for you now to buy from this market, because this area was really very important. And now you can see how this market is really moving. So on a swing, if you normally swing on the market, then the best thing that you can wait for from this market, having these candles closing all these highs. You can see also this one, after visiting this place, we got this candle moving up, although there is a rejection that is on the upper side for the both candles. Now on this candle, of course, it's just closed higher than this, although it's not an engulfing candle, but at least the movement is good. The one that we have right here, allow me to reduce here. So we are moving with it, so we can get a perfect entry. Yeah, let me place my screen right there. Yeah, so you can see after this candle that we have here, this one will just open right away, and of course it's after getting this goal. So when we really check from this market is the goal that market achieved. So already the goal for the gold has already achieved 50.93, which is really amazing, and that means that the market might actually not come back to this area. The next target is absolutely to see this market at least hitting all the way up and moving up, and we need to see the landing point. Like the landing point where there is market. But you can see all these areas here. Number one, this area is really going to be amazing because these are to be tested as well. So these regions that we have here, so could it be these prices when it starts moving, when you get these prices moving, is really going to take us to this place? That is a question that you're going to be asking yourself, because this is what you're really getting. That means the price is really going to be moving up according to what even we see from there. So that is just very simple. This is where the market actually might be ending. There are a lot of I want to give you some information as well from futures market. Let me I cannot open a lot of tabs here. That is now the problem. I wanted to share many information as I can from the market here. Let me just go to direct to metals and go to the gold. And also this, we'll be checking on that to combine in the information that we have. So this month is ending, and many people are waiting to see these prices closing all the way to the top. So on the future side, we have an expiry coming up. 28, 27, 77, that one. So you can see this is prices that we have. 52.17 is the landmark. So the prices that you see here, 78, is absolutely going to take these prices all the way up to 17. So that means the market has to move up, like gold is going to keep buying all the way. The market is still going to be buying from this zone that we really have, and we might actually be ending to 54, 55 as the prices continues to move up. So that is what we are really getting from this. Yeah, basically that is what we really have here. So I'm going to open many tabs here as possible to get more confluence of the institution interest region, where the institution are interested in. Yeah, but I cannot share all the information right here, but I think that will be just enough when we do just technical analysis, and then we just check at least one on features will be coming to rate later. Then 51, this region that we have here. So the goal is this market is absolutely going to be moving up, and in case we see the prices moving back to 51 100, just know that is where we're going to be getting these prices from. Now I want to see all these orders that have been entered here. I don't know which broker we are using. I don't want this. I wanted to use under in this. So I wanted to use under because at least it's a bigger broker. Yeah, I want to take this market and see where do we have the distributions. You need actually to follow me on TikTok because I'm sharing very important tips on volumes. So make sure that you follow me on TikTok. You understand a lot of things that we are saying here. Right? So make sure that you follow me on TikTok. So we have a POC located at 50.26. The reason you see the price is actually rotating around this area because that is where generally after the market touched all the time high and then doing a correction all the way to 44.10. Then at the center here where we have 50.33, that is like where we have the prices actually just rotating in, like where we have the prices, it's like, let's say a fair price of what we are really getting here, but this is actually the VAH, the very value area high around this area here. And you can see on the top here, if you look on this keenly, you realize this we have buyers 125, but also on the POC we have many buyers across the downside here. And this prices around this area, that is where we get many sellers around this area here, which is 54,500. So in case this market again keeps moving up, it is going to be pushed down. It's going to be pushed down. Yeah, of course, that is has to happen. That has to happen because, of course, the sellers. The reason you can see, number one, the buyers here are actually failing to take this market up. Buyers are really failing to take this market up. These orders that we really have here for the gold, really failing to take this market up. The next value that we have with 52.72, at least this region here, I'm going to mark them. So this is a selling point. This is another target where the market can actually come to. That is the region I need to focus on. Okay, someone was telling me that I think sharing the simplest analysis. Very simple. The simplest of all. The simplest. Yeah, so you can see these prices are really struggling to break this region again, which is this level. So I'm marking all these important levels that we have. That's why you can see we have many orders around this area, but they are really failing to break up these prices. Anytime you see the prices coming all the way to 51.50, then just know that between 51.50 and the prices to achieve, let's say 50.59, the prices actually have to really move fast because of lower volumes in those areas between these levels here. So yes, we have buyers here to push the prices, but the buyers are really not putting so much orders, and I'm really wondering why, because I don't think there are so many people who have confidence in that area. Like, yes, the market, the people are buying, but we don't have enough liquidity to move the market all the way to the top, right? The liquidity is not enough to move the liquidity up. Okay, sorry, let me check my sound. So I'll tell you what is going to happen. So we are ending there. You can see now we are ending there. The reason, what we have to reason, we need to reason on this. We need to reason. We need to reason up. We need to reason. Reasoning is a part of the game. Remember that. Reasoning is a part of the game. This is what I'm talking about. We have buyers here, but not enough volume to push this market throughout this levels 52 all the way to these areas where we have this. All right. And that is, I think, what we might be getting from these prices. The buyers are really trying, but they can't push these prices all the way up, and the market does not have enough liquidity again. So for those who can remember, we had spotted such a scenario. I think this actually at the beginning of this month, I think some weeks ago, we are spotting the same scenario where we have buyers placing orders the same area here. I want to see what the buyers are doing. Gold sentimental. Let's see what the sentiment are saying. Buying from this market. They are buying from gold. If you depend on the retail information that we get, maybe sentiment, retail traders are actually going to be wrong most of the time. Now let's get into this. We have some volumes here, although this is not that much accurate, yes, but it's really failing to push these prices all the way up. And what do you see? What do you see from this is the negative delta that is actually forming slightly above the market here. Is actually forming slightly above this here, and I think this is why we have opening and closing. I think the market closed here and opened around this here, so we end up around this zone here. But what am I saying? I'm saying that we have, yes, the buyers across this area here, and I think we can compare between different brokers to see what is really happening. I think that is the most important, but I think if you can use all this is really going to be important as well. We can actually, you can keep an eye, like just a minute, to see whether the orders that are being placed there are being pulled or just getting stuck. That means if the price is increasing, orders increasing or reducing from that levels. All right, this is not for information, but we'll check on that. Now, for us, this market to gain all this momentum and at least we move all the way up, to break all the way, there's likelihood now for this market to come all this level again. You see where we have this area here, this region here, slightly above the POC, slightly above the POC, slightly above the POC. I'm going to mark that with a different color. Let me put green. Let me put green. Yeah, so slightly above that. So this is actually to liquidity, to gain liquidity, and this is what is going to happen. So we need liquidity. So the liquidity has to, the market has to gain. The market has to gain, like to sweep. The market needs liquidity, and this is for the people who have placed the stop losses 51.50. And I think this is not a good region to buy or place a stop loss or do anything. The place where we have 50.50 and 50.80, that is not really a good place to do anything. So don't buy, don't sell at that zone. Just wait. So that is the area that we really have from this market. Yes, the market is really going to buy, and that is what I want you to understand. The market is moving up. All the signals are pointing us all the way up, like the market is really going to buy, but we don't have enough liquidity to move this market. Considering that above this, there's a negative delta, that means sellers around this zone here. We need liquidity, and the market need to push. Or you can see there's a lot of rejection happening in this market. That's why you see this type of candles forming, this or this, and indecisive candles still we can see them from this market, which is around this area. So this market need buyers, like it need liquidity, and of course there are some people who need to provide the liquidity to the market. There are people who need liquidity from this market. This market needs liquidity, and that's why it's going to sweep all these areas before now we sweep all the way up. And the reason I'm saying that's because you can see already we are operating. The POC is really down. Even if you take it from all the time high and all the way to the low that we achieved this year, you're going to see also it is really down. So not on analysis, but on a common sense. If you use common sense here, then of course this market needs the liquidity, and it's going to touch all these regions that you see here and then move up. So wait for this market to sweep this, and of course you're going to see the prices moving up. Now on higher time frame, the market is really going to move up, like that we are saying, to these levels. You see these levels here, that is what we are going to be getting from this market. Probably move from here, market moves back again and then touching this area here. So this is going to be very important. So that is the goal. But for us to break throughout and move to this area here, these volumes that are formed here, I think they're not really enough to push this market all the way, and that's why this market might drop anytime any time before now we gain the liquidity all the way to the top. Patience is the key. That is what we normally practice in case things don't run as expected. So that is the common sense I normally use in the market. And if the market decides to move and continue moving up, I don't really have a problem with that. But I need to wait and see how things really unfold on this. So it did very nice. So that is what I'm waiting to see from the gold. This. So once I see this, at least one candle swiping all the way down, then it's going to be a very good opportunity for me to enter. And remember, the candle that forms at this area normally is very fast, like forms a very big candle, swiping all through the areas that we normally get from this market and then buying from this area. Now, this is what I'm going to give you. In case you see this market moving all the way again to 5,100, is good time now for you to start buying, and you can buy all the way to 50-50. Maybe you can just subdivide your lot size. So that is the area that you're going to have. So I'm going to buy all the way to this place. I'm going to buy from here. Not only from here, but actually the prices can start all the way from 5,100, 5,100. That is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to focus now long term all the way to the top, because that is where the market is going to be gaining the momentum from, right? So that is the area I'm talking about, and my stop loss will be around 5,000 here, $100, but I'm focusing $300. So those will be 3. That is a risk reward ratio of 3 that I'm going to be targeting here on this market. Is this going to be achieved today? Highly likely. So this is not like currencies. Gold can absolutely move very fast. Gold can move very fast, not just like other currencies that we really have. I think I'm going to close this, so I'm just waiting for some few dollars, and then I just close this because I don't want to have this trend running. This is just some remains. It's like, so that is what we have, and that is what I'm waiting to see on the gold. Now what else? That is what I'm waiting to see on the gold. I hope you get it. Those is going to be our entry from all the way here, number 1, all the way to this place. So we are going to buy here, and I'm going to target here 50-54. So that will be a very good risk reward. So even if you just use some few lot size, you subdivide them, have different entry levels, then it's really going to help you so much. It's going to help you very big. It's going to help you so big. I want to check on at least one currency pair, and then we can see if we have entries. So I'm still checking on what I'm getting here. Okay. So keep that in mind. Let's see something else. US30 is really down, and I think, remember when we are waiting for these prices to jump all the way down, and I don't see that really happening. These prices tested this so well. The market moved up, tested 49,800, tested 49,800, and now it is really back at this level where we have this area here, and that's why you can see some of my buying positions are absolutely this area, and I'm planning now to exit, because if this market comes back to 48,968, the market is going to move to 48,400. Remember the level that we are talking about. So this time there is likelihood for this market to touch that level. There is likelihood that we are going to touch this. So still this is enough. Still this is what we got on Wednesday, but of course I was waiting to see these prices moving down from this, but of course I achieved this. So this where we have these prices here, there's likelihood to, when you see these prices touching here, When you see the US30 touching this, that is below 48. If you see US30 touching below 49, just know we are going to end to 48,500. So be careful with that, because that is where the market is really going to be doing this, and it is really going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So I'm going to close these ones. I'll see what I can do. This is not US30, so this is Nasdaq case is different. Nasdaq case is different. Yeah, so I don't have running positions right now on both accounts. So in case I see, and trust me, if please remember this, if you see these prices coming to 48,500, make sure that you buy massively from that area. I'm not saying that you enter all in, but make sure at least you buy. Make sure that you buy from real account, because this is what is going to make us money. This will make us big amount of money, this region that you see here. So ensure that you buy from this area here when these prices come to that level. That's why I'm very careful on this area here. So make sure that you buy when this price approaches this zone. Don't fail. Right now we need to see at least prices moving 48,900, that is below 4900, and then we can see that these prices are really going to be moving to those levels. So we need confirmation for that. Still patience on that. Thanks for the gold analysis. You're welcome. Still just checking on this. So that's what I'm getting, because let's say number one, there are some things that we really need to just wait and see how they're going to unfold. This was a really good opportunity because I shared a signal right here. We entered a buy position. This was actually a sniper entry, but when you look at this is actually the middle of it. Like even you take a Fibonacci retracement all the way to the top, you see this 50%. Of course, this is the middle of the price, so the price can move up or down, and this is really getting a very bad trend. So these are bad trends. I cannot take this type of trend. I just have to wait. I cannot take this type of trend. I just have to wait. So I'm not going to take it, right? So you just have to wait for those prices. That is what I'm doing. I'm just wait and see how the prices are really going to unfold. Right, so on the currencies signed USD JPY, let's see how it is just performing. Very nice target. I don't know how many people were here when we were talking about these levels around prices visiting to this area here, and I think I drew this line here targeting all these levels. The prices went all the way to the top there. Yeah, so there's a sell that I took around 156,300, and I sold it around 155,900. Yeah, which is this level 155 when the market actually dropped around 700. That is the one we just took from this market. But on the daily time frame, what do we have from this market that is really moving just like this? This is the same analysis that we just took from this market, and this is the area that we are saying. And look at this level. This is the level that we talked about. The prices is now stabilizing around this area here. This is really nice. Really nice, and I think the JPY actually might keep weakening as we proceed. I think what I can see from this level here, because if you know, the market is really not going to continue like moving all the way down. If you look at this level from the downside here all the way to the top, you apply this. So 50% is located around here, and actually you need to understand between. So what we can say is for buy positions, for buy position from this level here, if you bought from 155,361, that is from the discount price. If you're buying from all the way from 55 to 760, that is buying at the premium side. So you don't want to buy at premium, right? Or sell at the premium. You need to do one thing. You need actually to buy when the market is moving up like this. You need to buy on the discounted side, that is 50%, that is 50 and below. So from this level 155 654, that was, I think, a good perfect entry, because I think that is where we have 155, that is where we have value area low, VAL, around this area here. And you can see the price is actually trending around the POC sign, which is located around this area here. So I think the market now around this zone here, we need to move. Also, you can see there is a very low volatility on this market. Liquidity is not really gone, so we need to push this market all the way to this zone. As we move to this area here, I think we are going to receive probably another rejection towards the area. But once you see this market moving, it's really going to be very fast to this area that we have here. So in case maybe you are looking for an order to enter into this market, perfect entry is, you can just find it around this area here, 155 900. There is going to be a good opportunity, but make sure that at least you take it slow, like you take it not so much pips on this movement, at least this area here. That is going to be enough. Stop loss, put it slightly down here, 155 700. So that is the entry that you can have from this market, still on the highest time frame, because if you move to the lowest time frame, it's going to give us to make data. So I'm going to stick to that. I'm still going to stick to that. Yeah, so I'm going to still stick to that. So when you see these prices at least dropping here again, so you're going to see this market moving up. Although we have a rejection at the top here, that is what we see from USD JPY. Yeah, because if this price is on the lowest time frame was going to move like this, we need a confirmation. We need a confirmation. Because 155 377 is likely as well. It's likely. But at least we have 1 minute. Yeah, but at least we have this volume pushing. At least we have buyers on this market. We have at least buyers from this market, and still the value is really moving up. I think this is nice. This is nice. Yeah, this is nice. So I'll just leave it like that. For the USD JPY. But if these prices are really going to be like this for, like, let's say 2 hours, 156 900, then there is a problem, because this market will as well need to move up, and we might actually swipe throughout before we just get volatility towards the upper side. So that is what normally happens to the market. The market has to find volatility. The market has to find liquidity. So without liquidity, there's no forex. And most of the time, I really want you to get scared. When you see the prices are stagnant like this, like 156 077, this is not actually a good opportunity for you to buy or do anything, because the prices need to find liquidity for it to get move, like to know, for example, the prices, if you can look at the prices for the USD JPY right now, if you look at the prices for USD JPY, you notice that the price is stagnant, like the volatility is really very low. So what happens to the market is the market now has to find volatility. yeah, market has to find liquidity, and what can just happen into the market is it can actually drop like a bomb before it rises up, and that is what can actually happen most of the time. And what normally happens is that so many people get trapped. You on a buy position, yes, you are right, but the price start moving down. It hit your SL, someone SL, and then at least there's money in the market, and now the market start moving towards the other direction. So that is where to avoid liquidity sweep. So stop losses are hit mostly when people enter on a stagnant market, and the liquidity sweep gets you, and it becomes very crazy. So sometimes when you see things like this, avoid the market, just wait. That is a very good, that's an advice that you will not get anywhere else. All right, that is an advice you will not get anywhere else. If you are someone telling you trend, of course there's a problem. Do you see the prices are really moving? It just is the same thing that you have seen on the gold. We need the volatility, and of course just watch around New York section, which is Kenyan time around 5:30. You're going to see things really happening in this market, so prepare yourself, because a lot of things are really going to be happening on this market at that time. So when you see these prices, that is, remember the setup that we have, but just wait and see how you're going to get those kind of signal around from the market, right? WTI is another signal that I shared very much. I shared this many times, many times. I shared with this. I even made a TikTok video telling you that the areas you need to buy from, and you thought you people are mad, and this, look at that, every price has actually been achieved. Number one, we got the prices touching this area, moved up. We have another testing point, prices moved up. We also got 63,800, which I was waiting to see, which is actually 63,500. So all the way, these prices went all the way up, down to the top. I wish I could just show you those videos, because those are the areas that we have been waiting for, to see how the market has actually been moving, and the prices actually deciding to hit. I don't know how many were in that class where I was talking about the WTI, and I was explaining about the Trump threatening Iran, and we were talking about those areas. So that was threatening Iran. Huh? So I was also sharing a video on TikTok about those areas. So that is something amazing. Yeah, I also shared that one. Let me see whether I can just. I'm gonna see whether I can get it. You need to be very observant here. Oil prices can actually make you a lot of money. And all that we just analyzed on basically on news, and then of course the main entry was absolutely we used the technical analysis to spot the entry, and that is what you have to do. You just have to combine both of them. You need to combine all those information. So I want us to see whether we can get let's see whether we can have a good entry on the oil prices, where please we can just, this is WTI oil, West Texas Intermediate oil. Is a physical oil actually, as I said, and there is a problem with it because it passes through the street known as the amount. So anytime you see the conflict happening, of course expect the prices of oil to just move up. because of the interruption of transportation. So this is the analysis. So this is a video that we did this live 7 days ago, and we sent this. So this is a video, and I'm going to expand it like this. So I want you to see these levels. Number one, we talked about 63. Look at that. Buy at 63, 64. You see, I was talking about buy from 64, buy from 63, 700. Can you see it on the screen? This is what we were saying on this video. This is exactly what we are saying on this video. As you can see, we analyzed this so well. Everything. Look at those levels. Look at those levels. Just highlighted that these. I normally don't change a lot. Look at that. I normally don't change anything on my chart. Look at this. 64 and 63700. The market. Look at that sniper entry. This is a sniper entry that we got from this market. So you need to be patient. 7 days, and assume now you bought from 63, and you can see the price is decided to it also to 60 to all the way to 66 with a 0.01 loss size. That's a good amount of money. Even if you have $500, you entered around those two areas. You buy here and then you buy at this level. That's quite a good amount of money. So all you just need is to stay patience on this market. Just be patient enough. Highlight your areas. Just wait for the market to come to your side. And that is one of the amazing things that you can absolutely do. All right. So these are oil prices. If you missed this opportunity, I don't know what I'm really going to be doing to you, because this was really perfect entry. Unless now you wait for 64, the price is below 65, then you can have another buy opportunity. But if you are here and you have been watching me live all those days and you missed this entry, I don't know what I can just tell you again from this side, because I already shared the entry. For the buy position. I shared the buy opportunity right here. And now maybe you can just wait for the prices to come below 65, and then you can have another entry for buy opportunity, which is located here. Then you can just buy as the price keep moving to 67. That is what we can have on this market. That is amazing, and thank you so much for this one. So I'm done for today. Those are the areas I'm going to be focusing on: gold, indices, currencies, and you can see still gold is trading 51.79. Expect bigger things to happen on this market, right? Unless maybe you have a question, you can leave it on the chat. And make sure that if you have not subscribed on this channel and you have not turned notification bell, you are missing a lot. And I want you, if you join us for the first live stream, ensure at least you join us at least the full week, because you see, the analysis that we do, like for example the ones that we have done today, we are going to have a reference of them on Monday, and you're going to see that is the same thing. That is a exact values, and I want you, when I mark those areas, make sure that you mark them on your PC. Make sure that you mark them so well. Make sure that you mark them. If I have entries, make sure that you have those entries, because you're going to see the price is actually doing the same thing. So when you join us once, make sure that you join us at least 1 week, test us, and you're going to see a very big result. Like for example, the one I've just shared here, where we analyze the oil prices from all the way down here and saying, the market is going to move all the way. You can see this was actually 7 days ago, and we're saying the prices is going to move to 69 and all this way. But when you look at the chart, that is exactly the thing that happened to the market. And if you miss those opportunities, of course, that's a problem. Why do you have to miss such opportunity to make good amount of money on your side? You don't have to. You need to be very serious. Be serious enough. Just join us for free. Subscribe, turn on notification bell. Ensure that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that you are here and we just trade together. It's really going to be very amazing. It's really going to help you a lot. All right. My name is Dan Aurex. Follow me on TikTok. I'm sharing some content there on miseries, ensure that you follow me there. Then we can just communicate. In case you are a beginner, you want to get started in the forex, I have a class tonight at 8 p.m. Make sure that you WhatsApp me for handing you. I will be handing. I will give you some instructions actually, so that I tell you what you need to do to join the group, right? So I will see you later. Bye bye. Do you have any question? Let me check. Nirudie gold analysis. Oh, I can't repeat the whole analysis, but it's just very simple. Gold, this is what you have sent. Gold, this is what you have sent. I can just slightly just took it out, but a little bit. So this is what I've sent on the gold, and let me repeat this on gold. 1 minute, just 1 minute as we wind this up. This up. So this up, I want to finish this, but this is what I've sent on gold. Is this the one, or what am I? No, I used which broker? I used or under. Yes, this is what I've sent on the gold. Now this is what is going to happen. This is what is going to happen to the prices of gold. Look at this. Around this area here, the gold prices generally is moving up. As you can see, we have the prices that is moving, and you can tell from the highest time frame the prices is on the trend, like the market is on the uptrend, right? So that is undebatable, right? The prices is moving up, but we lack one thing. Around this zone here, you can see we lack. Yes, we have buyers here that are buying these prices from this area, but the gold prices lack one thing: liquidity to push these prices on the top and form another new high. And that's why, using a common sense, this is where most of the traders, those who are going to buy from this area here, are going to place their orders stop loss across this area. The market is going to trigger their stop losses to gain liquidity. Now, when there are other traders are going to hit their stop losses, of course, this is the area you're going to see. This is a very good opportunity for you now to buy. I'm going to be buying between 50.92, and I'm going to be buying when the prices drop to all the way to this zone where we have 50.23. So 50.92 is going to be my zone, but at least you can buy between 50.50 and 50.92 once the prices start crossing this area. Remember one thing: when this market will be coming and crossing over below 5100, which is 5150, be crossing below 5150, then just know the prices is really going to be very fast, because it's going to wipe all the stop losses to get the liquidity. That is what you call the liquidity grab. That's actually not a liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweeps actually can last longer than liquidity grab. So it's going to grab all your money from this area so that you can gain momentum to move all the way to the top. So we can say gold is moving up. For the investors, gold is going to move up, and the next level is 5400. But for us to achieve this, we cannot, these prices here and this consolidation here cannot move these prices all the way to the top, and that's why it's going to sweep all of you here and then start moving up. Today is on 27th of February, so maybe by Monday, or maybe on the New York session when it opens, maybe that is really going to happen. So most of the time when you see the prices happening like this consolidation, make sure that you're out of the market, because that can really happen. So make sure that when these prices come to those levels, ensure that, don't place just a buy limit. Put what we call now at least at 55,100. Put what we call now an alert, such that when these prices hit that one, you are ready, and you will make sure that because you know, of course, the price will come here. Make sure that you are ready to execute your orders very fast, because it's not going to last longer when these prices visit those areas. I hope I'm done, right? Great, thank you. So that is what is going to happen. Thank you so much. Gold is consolidating. Yes, we have already repeated that, and that's what I'm saying. So thank you so much. Make sure that you follow me on TikTok. There are a lot of things I'm sharing there, and as well, make sure that you like and subscribe, turn on notification bell here. I'll see you again on Monday, or at the top of the hour before the London section will be here. In case this market triggers this entry, make sure that you come live and check me, because we have some entries here. So I'm going to set a lot for this area. So I'll see you again later. It's a bye for now. Thank you. Oh, I'm out. No other question, right? No other question. No other question. Oh, hello. Okay. Smoky, thank you. I'll see you again tomorrow, Monday, or today, maybe later, or Monday. So, tutaonana baadaye. Thank you. I'll see you again later. I have some businesses to attend, so I need to get out. Bye. Thank you.